Hey friend, Roger Christofferson here again with another first listen review. If you love listening to somebody babble about music that they love, you came to the right place. If you came here looking for samples and snippets of previews of the album, you came to the wrong place. We don't do that here. We just talk about like the music that we love and sharing our thoughts on it. And this week we got a cool one coming out. Just got done listening to it. It's Ace Frehley's 10,000 Volts. And was not expecting this. Quite honestly, I like Ace Frehley. Ace Frehley is actually one of the first cassettes I ever bought with my own money and got on my own. Was the Kiss solo stuff they did. I got the Ace Frehley one. I've loved that since like day one. That's like one of those albums that's like in my DNA. It's like part of my like life. It's like the soundtrack to my life. That album has been around for me forever. So I got to see Ace open up for Alice Cooper quite a few years ago. I remember me and my brother-in-law to be at the time were met each other on campus, and we were both headed to our classes in the middle to at evening classes. And like, man, this sucks. Alice Cooper's playing in town tonight. We need to go see him. And we were like, you know what? Screw it, class. We're gonna go up to the show and scalp some tickets. And we did. We scalped tickets, got 8th row, and Ace Frehley was opening that show up. It was cool. So, then unfortunately, I've never seen Kiss with Ace Frehley in it. It's like, it kills me that I haven't. One of my best friends, his favorite band is Kiss. He actually lived in Connecticut, like just down the road from Ace Frehley. So, driven by his house a few times, being stalkerish, fans or whatever. But, so anyway, I was kind of looking forward to this, but I was not expecting what I got. I'd heard the single 10,000 Volts, and I thought it was cool. It's got a cool riff to it. Pretty much, what I would expect from Ace Frehley. That's not a dig at all. It was a cool song. I thought it was a high energy and got the cool little riff going on. He's not reinventing the wheel or anything like that, but that's not what I would want from Ace Frehley anyway. So I thought it was pretty cool. The production on this was insane. I can't believe how well this is produced, and I didn't know at the time, listening to it, or before getting it, I should say, that it was produced by Steve Brown, the guitar player from Trickster, and he'd been in Def Leppard for a little bit, filling in for Phil, and he's done some other projects here and there. Works with some of the Frontiers things here and there. He's actually got PJ Farley playing bass on a couple of the songs too. And if you don't know who that is, that's the bass player that's in Trickster with him. So that's kind of cool that got a little mini reunion going on here, because I didn't know that was happening. And Anton Fig plays on a few of these songs too. And Anton Fig was the guy I saw playing with Ace. Played on his first album, a couple albums I think. And so it's got a lot of the guys coming back in Anton coming back in, I guess. But he's got the guys from Trickster coming in, and I was not expecting all that. So very, very, very cool. Like I said, the production on this was just crazy. Oh, and it was mixed and mastered by Bruno, and I don't know how you pronounce the last name, but it's Ravel, I don't know, from Danger fame. So, all kinds of people involved in this thing. Notice that, like, the tone on this, it sounds like Ace. They didn't lose Ace's sound on this, which, when you hear different producers coming in, and especially, somebody that's known for being more polished, like Steve Brown's, his production work is very polished. Did not lose Ace's tone. He's singing a lot better than I expected him to, but it still sounds like Ace. He's still got the Ace mannerisms going on in his vocal technique. The only little nitpicky thing I got is he sings a lot with the guitar riffs in these songs. Some people like that. That's one of my things. It's like, I think you could maybe make it something better instead of singing exactly what the guitar is playing. So there's a lot of that, but when he doesn't do that, it's cool melodies, big harmonies, which I'm not used to hearing all that stuff added in on an Ace Frehley album. And there's a lot of little tiny stuff going on in the background with guitars, a lot of layers and some little hidden stuff in the background there that's I believe that's probably what Steve Brown brought to the table, and he co-wrote most of these songs with him as well. And Steve, is playing on a lot of this stuff as well. So you can definitely tell it's Ace's guitar style. He's got his own little thing. He's got this double bends that he likes to do, and he does a lot of trills. But there's a lot of extra added stuff in this one. Even the last song on here, the little that's called Stratosphere, the outro instrumental. He tends to do that on one of his albums. It's short, but it's got some really cool guitar playing. You can tell that he worked this one through. He didn't just wing it. You can tell he actually worked on the solo for that one, and it's, I don't know, one of his best instrumentals, I think. And even though it's really short, I really dug it. But the songs themselves, like I already mentioned, 10,000 Volts. The couple after that, Walking on the Moon and the Cosmic Heart, they're kind of like mid-tempo-y. Not a whole lot going on there. Guitar playing's good there. He's singing a lot lower on this album overall. Like he's got a lower tone going on. And, not that that's bad or anything, but so he's got a different texture to his voice that we're not used to hearing, and I thought that was pretty cool. There's actually one of the songs here, I'm trying to think which one it was that I first heard. I think it was Cherry Medicine, actually, where it sounded like, or maybe it was Back in My Arms Again, where I first heard it, I was like, wait, he sounds a lot like Alice Cooper when he sings low. It's kind of weird. In fact, that you opened up for Alice Cooper when I saw him was kind of a weird thing, but I did notice that a little bit of a similarity going on with his vocals there, and so if you're an Alice Cooper fan, you probably might notice that and enjoy it. And that song that I was just actually mentioning there, the Back in My Arms Again, that gave me kind of like a 70s type feel to it, and I thought that was pretty cool. It's got bringing the old with the new. Now songs like Cherry Medicine, this is kind of where the album takes like a turn. It gets kind of like, I don't want to say poppy, but catchy. Cherry Medicine, there's some people may not like this. I thought it was kind of cool. It's definitely different for Ace, but it's like 3 or 4 songs right in a row there. Cherry Medicine, Back in My Arms Again, Fighting for Life. Actually, Fighting for Life was like pretty cool. That was a pretty cool song. And Blinded, they're all kind of like Constantly Cute. Definitely was going for the little bit of a poppier, more mainstream, catchy, big chorus type feel. I thought it worked okay. I actually kind of liked the different stuff going on, and the solos in the songs themselves are not extremely long, but they're direct to the point, and you can tell it's Ace. And it's not like, even though I mentioned he's got his little trademark stuff going on there, there's nothing boring or repetitive going on through here. So that was very cool. And it ends with a couple rockers there. One guitar riff is in there is probably one of the heaviest things I've ever heard Ace do there. And then the funny part about the song Up in the Sky, it sounds like it's about UFOs or whatever, which is funny because it's Space Ace, whatever. The guitar riff in that one actually holds the song. The guitars in that one, like the main riff, is actually really what holds that song together. The vocals is kind of one of those ones that sings along with just with the guitar, but the guitar part itself is a cool, catchy riff that really kind of draws you in, and that's what I really liked about that one. So kind of like, I want to say it's all over the place, but it's got a bunch of different stuff that you've not heard from Ace before. Production is great, like I already mentioned. It's what's exceeded the expectations I had for this. I was actually really impressed. It's like one of the best things I've heard from him probably since after he left Kiss. I want to say Rock Soldier is probably one of the best things I've heard since then. I actually think the songs are actually better. And I just said actually a lot. And this is actually probably where you should like and subscribe and to keep the music alive and all that stuff, like I say, and leave your thoughts on this one below if you've had to listen to it, or what you think about Ace, or any cool Ace stories. We'd love to hear that stuff. So I don't want to leave this one going too long, so we're going to end it here. And there's some other cool stuff coming out this week too. So off to a great start. And I guess we'll talk to you on the next one. See ya.